We've been keeping up with NFL ratings all season here on the channel, and as I've told you guys, NFL ratings are up across the board. Matter of fact, the first 4 weeks of the season has been the best start to an NFL season in terms of television ratings since 2016. Now, what happened in 2016? That's when Colin Kaepernick began to kneel for the national anthem. Even with this renewed push for social justice, which hasn't really been a renewed push at all. I don't know if you guys remember, but I did a video before the season kicked off talking about an article in The Athletic. The Athletic polled a number of NFL agents, and one of the questions dealt with the NFL's so-called renewed push of social justice in 2021. Most of these NFL agents said the same thing. This was nothing but a virtue signal by the NFL, something Roger Goodell did to pander to the emotional wokers, and that once the season started, it would fade into the background. And that is exactly what's happened. There was some backlash after week 1 about the Black National Anthem, but other than that, the bullshit politics have been left out of the NFL. It's been what it's supposed to be: football, the best sports league in the country. We're going to talk a little bit about NFL ratings today, but I wanted to give you guys the reason or reasons we are seeing substantial ratings increases in the NFL this season. The only reason I've given you guys in past videos is the love of football being so strong in the country. But with 4 weeks of data available, I believe there are some other reasons that people are flocking back to the NFL by the millions. Sunday night, 2 days ago, Tom Brady's return to New England drew 28.5 million viewers. Let me just put that number in perspective for you, because that is a massive number. Sunday night in America, 34% of the televisions were tuned into NBC to watch Buccaneers Patriots. 34% of the country. It took the NBA Finals 4 games to reach over 28 million people. The NFL pulled that off in week 4 of the regular season. The 4th week of the NBA regular season, they are celebrating if LeBron James and the Lakers draw 2 million people on a Saturday night in prime time. Bucks Patriots was the second most watched Sunday night football game of all time. Through 4 weeks, games on CBS are up 16%. Sunday Night Football up 12%, with each game averaging over 20 million viewers. In short, the NFL could not have asked for a better start to the regular season. Not only have the games on the field been competitive, the 4 national games on CBS have all been decided on the final drive of the game. But not only have the games on the field been competitive, the ratings have increased week over week. Why? How is this happening? Ratings across television decreased by 9% in September. Cable news is struggling. Even popular primetime series on CBS and NBC are seeing ratings declines. NCIS on CBS, for example, one of their premier shows, drew over 8 million viewers for its season premiere the other night. Pretty good number, right? 5 years ago, they drew over 16 million. They're down 50%. As you guys know, award shows, which used to be ratings home runs for the networks, they are dying a slow, painful death. The ESPYs on ESPN this summer, all-time low. Grammys, Emmys, MTV VMAs, dead, dead, dead. How in the hell is the NFL growing while every other show on television's in decline? I believe one of the main reasons is people are tired of the division and the negativity from the mainstream media, and they're ready to return to normal. There is no bigger sign that things are returning to normal than packed football stadiums. Last year, it was depressing at times watching the NFL. Empty stadiums, players constantly missing games because of the COVID. Games were being rescheduled, sometimes within a couple of hours before kickoff. You'd be all excited on Sunday morning, ready to watch your team play. Then about 9 o'clock, news would come out that the game was postponed. The country has been divided for so long that people are looking for something that unifies them. Somewhere they can go for 3-4 hours and not care if the dude sitting next to them is an emotional social justice warrior. There is nothing that unifies people in America more than sports. And I think the increase in NFL viewership is tied to that. Another thing, and it kind of ties into the same reasoning, ratings for cable news reached record highs last year. The reason is obvious. We have riots going on around the country, constant talk about the damn COVID. Last year, Anthony Fauci went from an unknown man who looks like an alien to a household name who still looks like an alien. But fast forward to 2021, and ratings for cable news networks are rapidly decreasing. And some of that audience, I think, has shifted to the NFL. Here's why I draw that conclusion. What is the biggest story in the news right now? The Facebook whistleblower. Facebook was shut down for 5 hours yesterday because of this. The whistleblower story, it dominated the news cycle on Monday. But do you know when that story originally broke? Sunday evening. She was featured on 60 Minutes. Now, did you hear anything about this on Sunday? Probably not, because damn near 40% of the country was watching the NFL, Bucks Patriots. Another reason that ratings are up. Media attention surrounding the NFL has been mostly positive. Now, whether we like it or not, the mainstream media has the power to influence television viewing habits. They have the power to shape people's perception, their opinions. The NFL took a beating 10 years ago when the media focused strictly on the dangers of concussions. They took a beating again a few years ago when players were kneeling for the national anthem. But right now, the media has been mostly positive for the NFL. There's not been a lot of negativity. Roger Goodell, he appeased the wokers by faking a renewed push for social justice. At the same time, he has appeased his NFL audience by keeping the politics off the field, for the most part anyway. Like I told you guys last week, all of this is terrible news for the NBA, but this is the reason you don't allow politics to infect your league. There is a big difference in the NFL's promotion of social justice and what the NBA's been doing. How many NFL players have you seen talking about politics? Not just in post-game interviews, on social media. How many? I can't think of one. In the NBA, promoting politics is an epidemic. The NBA has 95% of its players vaccinated, and the media continues to make a big deal about the 5% who are refusing the vaccine. It has been a complete shift by the mainstream media. Historically, the media has always hated and attacked the NFL. The NBA has been their baby. Now, the media is jumping all over the NBA with negative press. If the NFL continues to keep the politics out, I think we're going to see strong ratings the rest of the season. And this just goes to show you, if you keep the damn kneeling off the field, if you keep the social justice bullshit off the field, people will watch. In other words, Adam Silver, LeBron James, if you stick to sports, people will watch you. Or you can keep doing what you've been doing the last several years and drive away what little bit of an audience that you have left. All right, you guys let me know what you think about the NFL smashing it in the ratings so far this season. Sound off in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe. Click the notification bell to receive all notifications from the channel. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, kc_btl84 on Twitter. I'll see you guys later.